1. Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to a one-off show where we are bringing you some breaking news, of course, from today, that Everton's game against Manchester City, which was meant to kick off in about precisely 12 minutes from now, has of course been postponed, and that is of course because Manchester City have reported a large outbreak of COVID-19 cases in their squad. Of course, their training ground's been temporarily shut down and all kinds because of this. But we're here to talk, of course, about the ramifications for Everton, of course, moving forward in the next couple of weeks. Obviously, we've got a few games. We were meant to have a very hectic schedule. That's suddenly become slightly less hectic, and we're going to sort of go through what this means for Everton. And by we, I mean myself and Paul McAllister. Paul, what's your take on the breaking news? It only really came out about 3 o'clock this afternoon.
It came out what? Less than 4 hours before kick-off. Kick-off was at 8 and I started seeing it around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so the City team, I imagine, probably left the hotel ready and were on the way to the stadium.
They've made this decision.
Everton certainly haven't made the decision. From what I've been reading in the last hour, apparently Everton weren't given any say in that.
No, of course not. But it's more even like you say, that Manchester City may well have travelled here and been preparing for this game. They've had it cancelled on them. I mean, they've been aware of these COVID cases. So, why is this has been handled pretty badly, in my opinion. I mean, it's the right decision, obviously, but do you not think it's been handled a little bit poorly by the Premier League?
Yeah, it's been handled absolutely awful, but I don't think there's smoke and mirrors about it. I don't believe that this is the Premier League going out their way to like help City and screw over Everton. I think it's just been a cock-up communications-wise between whoever's in charge of the Premier League and whoever's got to report things to the Premier League on City's side, because they've had COVID problems for weeks now. They've got a few players already missing, and obviously they haven't taken the precautions at the training ground when they had their last outbreak, because it was Gabriel Jesus who was the other one who got ruled out, Kyle Walker. So when you pop those two positive tests, you think that training ground should just go into absolute lockdown. That no one goes in around that's the training ground without a permit to get in, a positive test on the door, whatever. And obviously they've just been slacking, and someone slipped through and basically give it to everyone in their squad. Report to be believed. Apparently the infection's so bad they can't even turn up on match day 18 or 14, which in the summer apparently if you could turn up with 14 fit players, then the game was getting played, whether you liked it or not. Obviously that I assume they don't have 14 players, that's why the Premier League just agreed to give them the postponement. It's hard lines for people who go into the match tonight. Can imagine everyone's desperate to get back into Goodison and just cheer the lads on. But from an Everton point of view, it's a bit of a blessing, I think, because we're absolutely running to the floor. We've got a first 11 who have to play every single week. Or every single game. There's no breaks between fixtures at the moment. We've got the same 11 pretty much, and the same bench, and the bench is so thin that we're two goalkeepers on it, and academy fellas like Branthwaite. It's coming a good time because we can at least just send the players home this evening and say right to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, to Corey, to Mina, to Godfrey, all these players who be feeling really heavy in the legs. Look, just there's games tonight. Go home. Don't get out of bed. Go to bed for 7 o'clock. Get a 12 hours sleep in, and just don't lift a finger between now and New Year's Day when we play West Ham. So I'm not terribly disappointed. Everyone likes to watch a bit of football in the evenings, but considering how bollocks the players are, I'm quite happy.
Yeah, we've got to acknowledge that we barely got past the very poor Sheffield United team in the last game. The players are on the knees. This is a real. I mean, I'm devastated, of course. Anyone who's watching, who was one of the 2,000 fans who was meant to go tonight, of course, I'm devastated for you guys. But it could well be a big blessing in disguise. Our team have been absolutely blowing out their arses in the last couple of games, and we need this. We need this rest, probably more than anybody.
Really, because we looked absolutely knackered against Man United. We looked even worse against Sheffield United. I know we got the win in the end, and that's ultimately what matters and what everyone will remember. But we were really bad a lot of that game against the league's worst side by a mile. Didn't create anything other than that goal that we got near the end. So that just speaks to how absolutely shattered our players are, and how they're so in need of a break.
Let's not forget
a couple of days extra priceless.
Let's not also forget that we've got 4 or 5 of our most important players injured. So
exactly.
I mean, we've been missing them, so we've had to stretch limited players who are already technically limited. So it's going to be some poor watches on it. To be fair, even though we have been getting the results, it hasn't always been a great watch. But what this also does is it's a few more days between the next game. It buys us more time to get some of those better players back, the likes of Richarlison, James Rodriguez possibly. I mean, the other two, Alan and Luca Dean, are probably going to be another month or so at least. But Richarlison and James could well be back for the West Ham game, which is, of course, in 4 days' time.
It's one less game that Alan misses as well, because I saw Angelotti say they're looking to get him back for the middle of January. So he's, I think I saw he wanted to take a break after January the 12th, and then they'll look at things. So it's one less game he's going to miss, and it's one less game that you have to see like Andre Gomez playing in the midfield, offering nothing mostly. So yeah, and I don't want to jinx it. The band's not far away either.
Oh, don't.
So as you said. That's okay. But as you said, it's just a chance to ease the workload of everyone. So everyone at the club, especially the players who are not fully fit or injured, just take a breath and go. Right, there's a bit less pressure on me to get fit, because this is one less game that the team are not going to have to go out before.
Yeah, I think the big one for me is obviously you mentioned the 12th. There's the Wolves game, which is on a Wednesday, and then we've got Aston Villa on the Saturday at home. And then after that, we have what is of sorts a winter break, which is literally only a week and a half, but still it's better than nothing, I guess. So yeah, between now we've got West Ham, Rotherham, Wolves, and Aston Villa, which is, they're all games that with the right, if we do it right, basically we can win all those games. I think we should be confident that we can win all those games.
I forgot about the Rotherham game, to be honest. I didn't realise that the next game was back to West Ham, but we should be able to string out against Rotherham and have to deal with them. So that's hopefully another game, another week's rest after the West Ham game for the likes of the big hitters like DCL and Keane and Ned and Rodriguez, Richarlison and so on. So again, it just goes back to earlier. I know it's important for all the fans who are probably on the way there and plan today around going tonight. But you just got to fixture. I'm sure those fans who got part of the select. Yeah, they'll be reimbursed, or as they prefer. I think they will. When this game is rescheduled, whenever, I'm sure those same fans who were selected to be part of that 2,000 will be the same 2,000 who are going to be carried on to next time. They won't just be a case of right. You got pulled out for this game. This game's happening now. Go back to that. Yeah.
I'd like to think the club.
Do you know what I mean?
The club won't even make that mistake.
No. So again, good to supporters who really looking forward to going, but this was a game where I personally thought we were on a bit of a high because first team was all absolutely on the knees. Second stringers probably couldn't.
Most of them.
When you say not good enough, there's no Premier League team in the league that they would probably pick them to get a result against. Tolson's a statue. He probably would have played. John Joe Kenny might have got some minutes. Don't rate him. Anthony Gordon played tonight as well. Gordon don't want to write him off, but he didn't look at all ready when he played the other night. So this was a game where I was resigned myself to City just giving us a bit of a spanking, because they're the strongest squad in the league, and even with our first team out, it would have been hard ask. So for all the supporters who were looking forward to going, try and spin it around the way and think of, okay, well, at least I'm not going to see my team back tonight. I can stay here and stay Disney film.
They could probably be going to a game against Manchester City in a month's time, possibly.
And seeing
that, but also possibly seeing us get a result, maybe like get a win at a push, maybe a draw. Either way, we'll give a much better account of ourselves in a month's time with more players fit. so that they'll probably be able to enjoy whatever they watch a lot more than what they probably would have experienced tonight.
Yeah. Basically, what I'm saying is, by not going to the match tonight, they're not really missing out on a lot. To be honest, the weather's horrible. It's freezing, snowing, and it's not fully melted yet. Bitterly cold. All the main players you want to see, like your Hammers and your Richarlison, they weren't going to be there. You just have to watch Sentosa and spray on air, run around like an endless chicken. So not the end of the Wales, but or not the end of the hill. You get to stay in and our rest the players and the fans included.
Just a quick one here, Paul. Just going to have to pull you up a second. We've got apparently you're having a few sound issues. You've got a bit of an echo. Are you watching the stream? Are you watching the stream back while you're doing this, or?
I think I had it open, but I had it on mute. Hang on.
I'm in the
that better?
I have no idea. We'll soon find out when the comments come in. We'll roll on anyway. Yeah, I think the big one is it's a blessing in disguise for our fitness side of things, but also obviously it's about keeping our players safe from obviously the viruses that's spreading through City. If we ended up playing them today, it could spread to our team as well. We've got to look after that side of things. That's very important.
Yeah, get their squad away from our stadium. Get them out the city.
As far as I'm concerned,
get them out the city. I don't want anyone getting the. Yeah, I'm staying in tier 2. I don't want any give the government any excuse to move us up to tier 3 or 4, so we can't have stores at all. So yeah, get back up the East Lancs, get back to Manchester and stay there until all your teams test negative. Yeah.
But yeah, on that note, obviously we'll turn our attentions to the West Ham game, which is the next one. How can you see us panning out there? Could you imagine we'll have something more what Carlo would like out of this team, like maybe the original setup or that we had before October, or
going into the West Ham game, I'd expect us to deal with West Ham the same way we dealt with the likes of Brighton and West Brom. I mean, West Ham are a decent side.
A bit disrespectful. I personally think David Moyes has done decent at West Ham, and they're a much more respectable team than the two you've just mentioned.
Yeah.
We've still got to be on our game.
I didn't mean that to sound disrespect to West Ham, but at the end of the day, if we're a club that's serious for finishing the top 6, maybe even the top 4, then with our most of our full team is out, we should be beating West Ham at home. That's just the reality. They're a good side, as you've said, got organised under Moyes, but a David Moyes team does not go to big away grounds, which I'd like to think we are. We should think of ourselves as not go to big away grounds.
We should consider it that way anyway.
Yeah. Well, as I said, David Moyes entire whoever he's managed doesn't go to ground, doesn't go away to face teams that are significantly better than his teams and give them any trouble at all. He just doesn't. And that's the way we should view this game. West Ham turn up. Unless we're absolutely decimated by injuries, touch wood, that doesn't happen in the next couple of days. If we've got Hammers and Richarlison back in the team, we should be dealing with them. I don't mean destroying them 4 or 5-0. I mean just beating them comfortably like we did in the cup a few months ago, because we played pretty much a full-strength team that night. West Ham probably had their Form 11 players that night in that game, I remember, because they were doing well in the cup. And we dealt with them without too many problems. And I'd expect the same again when we play them.
Yeah, obviously we're missing a few players there, like Alan, Luca in that game, but I was expecting we'll still have a bit more of a low block setup because we don't have much of a choice. But
I'd like to see it be a bit. I think we can afford to be a bit more expansive if we've got James and Richarlison back in the team, because I do think West Ham, if you get at them and you score early, then they're going to have to chase the game, and you don't want to be chasing the game when we've got those forward options. We can pick it off on the counter like we do, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin's going to be getting loads of service into the box like he hasn't been in the last few games. So looking ahead to West Ham, I think absolutely nothing less than 3 points is acceptable.
We've got to win.
It doesn't have to sound like doing West Ham down. I'm trying to do Everton up.
No, Everton at home against West Ham is a must-win game for Everton, but it's how we get that win. Do we stick with what's worked against the likes of Arsenal and Chelsea, or do we go more expansive? Maybe does Nkunku get a game?
I wouldn't play Nkunku. I'd still stick with the back 4, but I don't think we should be sitting back in a low block and letting them enjoy most of the possession. because as much as David Moyes has organised them, the fact of the matter is they're not a better side than Chelsea, and this might be controversial. I don't think they're a better side than Arsenal. When Arsenal right the ship, Arsenal just in a really bad moment when nothing's going for them. West Ham are, this season, they'd do very, very, very well to finish top half. If they'd managed that, fair play to them. But
I personally think Moyes is doing pretty well there. I think you can't take this for granted.
I think he's doing very well, but at the end of the day, he's still not been there very long. He's still got a lot of players in that West Ham side who have been there a while and were not very good under previous managers. So my point is, I still view West Ham at this moment. Maybe Moyes will, if he stays there long term, will build them up into something more. But at this moment, I still consider West Ham a bottom half side. Don't consider them relegation candidates at all. I think Moyes has got them well away from that. They'll be perfectly fine. But I don't think they're a better team than the likes of Southampton or the likes of even
Aston Villa.
Definitely not better than Aston Villa, and probably not better than Arsenal when Arsenal get all their players back again and things start breaking for them like they should do. So West Ham, they'll give us a game, but I just go back to what I mentioned earlier on. We dealt with the best West Ham could throw at us in the cup when we had our full strength team out, or near to full strength. And if it's the same lineups again, then I expect the same results. And I think every fan, every Evertonian should be entitled to expect the same type of game and result.
Yeah, I think we should be feeling confident, and I think that's something we can't understate. That we speak about this City game being a blessing in disguise. If we'd have gone out tonight and got a bit of a thump, and it might have knocked our momentum a little bit. As it is, that momentum's intact, and we take very high confidence into the West Ham game.
Yeah, that's worth noting as well. All the supporters who get into that West Ham game will still have that real sort of
buzz.
Yeah, that's the word, buzz. Yeah, they'll have that feeling of, things are going perfect. We're right up in the top four. We're right behind Liverpool for now, type thing. We don't fear anybody. If we'd have gone there tonight against City and got a bit of a spanking, like I personally thought we probably would have done. Or even just it deflates us and it makes everyone kind of rein themselves in a little bit. Now, that's not always the worst thing in the world when fans kind of temper their expectations, but you don't want it to be such a bad defeat that everyone just kind of goes, oh, well, that's Everton, that, innit? Typical. Yeah, I told you, all this dreams of getting top four was too far-fetched. We are still a team that's going to be lucky to get in the top six. Some people would have that sort of attitude and mood if we'd have took a bit of a beating off City, whereas we can avoid that now. We can just carry on as if the City game was never on the horizon for tonight. It was just straight from Sheffield to this game.
It is worth noting, obviously, the postponement of the City game does mean that we finished the month of December completely unbeaten. When was the last time you could say we managed that? Even under Roberto Martinez in 2013, I don't think we finished the December unbeaten.
No, I don't think so. Would you have called that as well? November. But we had November, October. We looked like we could buy a win from anywhere.
Yeah, it's insane to think when you think going into that Burnley game where we were at. I would have been astonished that we finished this month in the top half.
I know everyone was a bit annoyed at the time, and everyone was kind of viewing it as 2 points dropped rather than a game. But I think that Burnley game in hindsight now has aged quite well. That everyone kind of looks at it and thinks maybe that was a better point than what we thought it was at the time. Because Burnley looked like they've got act together now. I know they were on that bad run form, but Burnley are not down for my money, no chance. No. So again, it came in the middle of a really bad run that we were on. And we conceded the goal early, and Burnley like when they get in front. So that result back now, a month ago, whenever it was, 3 weeks, I think that is going to be viewed as we go forward as a big game rather than 2 points dropped. I know the performance wasn't great at the time, but got to remember, we came very, very close to nicking that game. Sigurdsson. Now, let's reverse it around. If we'd have won that game late against Burnley and nicked 2-1 and then drew the other night 0-0 against Sheffield, what would you think would be viewed as the better result? Winning against Burnley and drawing against Sheffield, or drawing against Burnley and then winning against Sheffield?
Yeah, definitely the win against Sheffield. I mean, I would have been absolutely infuriated if we didn't beat Sheffield United. It would have been an absolute embarrassment. If you consider where we're trying to get to.
Yeah, what I'm saying is there's no way, considering where Sheffield are, then there's no way you could possibly swallow anything less than a win. Whereas a draw against Burnley, it goes down a little bit easier type thing, especially now in hindsight. So if you're going to get 4 points from those games, then we won the game that you'd rather win.
Yeah, definitely.
Or the game that just to win rather.
We're beating Chelsea, Arsenal, Leicester. They dodged the fence that is Manchester City, and then we've got games now against West Ham, Wolves and Aston Villa. All good sides in my opinion, but sides we can still feel confident we can win against.
Are we at home to Aston Villa or are we away?
We're home to West Ham, home to Villa, away to Wolves, and then Rotherham home in the cup.
Oh, right. I thought the game was coming up very soon. The West Ham game, I've said what I want to say over that. I think we should be expecting the 3 points there without much fuss. The Aston Villa game will be tough because they look like they don't fear anybody. They've just got a really good result tonight against Chelsea. And they'll think, if we can go to Chelsea, 1-1 finished 1-1. 1-1, and we could have been right in at the end. It wasn't like a Sam Allardyce and Anfield job. They equalised and pushed forward and was there for our team to take at the end. So if you're Aston Villa and you go away and go toe-to-toe with Chelsea, then you'll be looking at it and there's no reason you can't go to Everton and stand toe-to-toe with them. And you know they've got that Ross Barkley in the team, and he's due a goal against us, isn't he? So I've said it now, and I have
Keep crying it in.
Yeah, so the next we've had a brilliant December. Looking at January on paper, we should be having a very good January as well. We should be winning at least 3 games in the league and go to the
times where Everton need to stand up and be counted now because expectations have gone up. These are times where we've folded in the past. We've got to not do that during January.
Yeah, exactly. And I know it's not a normal festive period. In every other season, we've played more games before now. We're still only on 15, I think, the way it stands. And I still think it's a bit too early, 15 games, saying that top 4 is definitely on. I think you should get to about 23, 24, 25 games before you start really thinking about that. But once we have the end of January, we'll have a much clearer picture of what can be achieved at the end of the season. What's realistic, what isn't, who we need to consider a chief rival, and who's going to completely fall away after a decent start, which could happen to all these teams around us like Villa and Leicester and Tottenham. So it's a massive January. It's probably more important than the December that's just gone. But if we can have a January that looks anything like a December that's just passed, then I think we could be on for a very, very, very successful season.
Well, fingers crossed. I mean, we might look back on this moment where this game was postponed as, an important step in that, and that it sort of benefited us in the long run. We'd like to hope that's the case, but, we just got to hope that is the case and we move forward onto the West Ham game, and then, obviously, we'll have to wait and see when this game is rescheduled for, but could be an interesting month of January, and hopefully a successful one en route to a successful season. But there you have it, guys. We'll leave it at that. Thank you for tuning in on the Toffee Blues, and if you didn't get to go to the game, I'm sorry about that, but as Paul said, hopefully you'll get to go again and hopefully see a better performance than both Paul and I were expecting to see this season. Hopefully everybody's got a silver lining, and hopefully one of the silver linings is you'll end up watching a top 14 come the end of the season. That's what we've got to hope and pray, but we'll wait and see. Well, anyway, guys, that's all for tonight, and thank you for watching on the Toffee Blues.